So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to welcome you to yet another Wolves career mode here on FIFA 19. And today is a big episode actually, it's a historic one because we are making our European debut in this series today against Swiss opposition in the form of FC St. Gallen. I can't say many YouTubers have made their European debut against them, but we'll gloss over that for now. We've actually got a very interesting episode lined up in terms of games for you today. We're into September, obviously, we're out of the transfer window. If you've missed any of the wheelings and dealings we've done, there'll be a link in the top right of the screen to the playlist and you can check out some recent episodes. Today, though, we're facing Stoke City, freshly promoted back into the Premier League after a season in the Championship. As I mentioned, making our European debut on a Thursday, followed by a Saturday fixture against Southampton. That really shouldn't be the case. We should be playing on a Sunday. And then we've got another Carabao Cup tie against Southampton again. Stamina issues are going to be a big problem, but obviously we have worked on the depth of this side massively over the course of the last two transfer windows, so we should just about be able to cope with that. Also, we are now into a new month, so worth noting there's been a little bit of growth here and there. Joseph Martinez, I don't think was 83 rated last episode, I may be wrong. Jadon Sancho's also gone up recently. Helder Costa and Adama Traore and Diare Samaseku have all also gone up during the course of the last 2 months, and Connor Cody is now 75 rated too. Now, your player of the episode from last time is an extremely interesting one. Munir is obviously, he's only been at the club for what, like 3 episodes? I mean, obviously we signed him on a pre-contract, but he only made his debut very recently. He scored a brace, and hence you guys voted him as your player of the episode. Now, obviously back in the day, this would mean he would start every single game. That might have been a route into the starting 11 for him. As it so happens, Joseph Martinez will remain as the main striker for today, but given the congestion in the fixtures, you'll probably see Munir play at least 2 games in this episode, maybe more if he keeps up that form. Second place in that vote, and therefore getting 2 points, was Renato Sanchez, and relative new boy Hakim Ziyech managed to get himself the remainder. That puts him on the board for the first time. So I had a couple of comments last episode about Hakim Ziyech. Obviously, he had a great episode last time. He managed to get himself an assist and his first goal for the club, but one repetitive thing really has been his lack of physicality. You can see here his strength is only 59. That's really the reason I feel for that. We're going to train it, but it's going to have a limited impact. I mean, he's only going to grow on that by maybe 4 or 5 across the course of the season. He's already 26, so it's going to be very difficult for him to grow that. Anyway, it's time to leap back into some game action, and we start off, as I mentioned at the start of the episode, with a first game against Stoke City here. We're at home at the Molineux, welcoming the Premier League new boys to our home ground. One comment I saw last time was suggesting that we have Neves and Samaseku in the holding role to prevent maybe some gaps opening up behind our midfield line of 3. To be honest, that's probably a good idea. Samaseku's a lot more defensive than Renato Sanchez, so we'll see how that one works. Apart from that, the rest of the team is how you would expect it to be. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be a complete unknown quantity. I've not faced Stoke at all once on this game. Upamecano had a very troublesome start to life as Wolves go forward. It was Sancho, great save from Butland. I was talking about something else. Deo Upamecano had a bit of a troublesome start to his career at Wolves last time out. He'll be hoping for better. Well challenged there, but then Babu gets out of the way there. Needed help from him. And Bolo turn into Matchis, and that is fired in to the top corner. That all started because Jadon Sancho made a challenge, and then Kevin and Babu ran away from the ball without me controlling him. As much as I obviously want to, take credit for how bad we are defensively in this series, I do feel sometimes not exactly helped out by my AI. Maguire came across, then Upamecano left too much space as well. It's just the same old Wolves, to be honest. It's a pretty poor goal to concede. It's just we seem to be hosing in goals in defence like it's going out of fashion as Ziyech swings that one in. Butland came to punch and missed it, and Upamecano puts it over the bar. Once Butland's missed it, it's an open goal. I think if he gets it on target, ironically, I think it hits Butland in the face. So we literally haven't got into our stride. Even our 2 wins this season have only been 1-0, and Stoke are in again. They've hit the woodwork. We're so lucky. Block from Ince. That'll go all the way through to Patrizio. We need to wake up. So we'll go inside for Neves here. Great run there made by Joseph Martinez. This has got to be the equaliser, and indeed it is. 1-1. What a ball from Neves. Martinez is never going to pass up that opportunity. Opens his body up and finally gets his first league goal, I believe, of the season. I'm pretty sure. Lovely little finish. Again, opens his body up. Nice to see that from the Venezuelan. It's Eric Peters. That's down the line for Matchis, and Babu is well out of position. Upamecano needs to deal with it. on earth is marking Thomas Ince? Honestly lost for words. I don't understand. I'm perplexed. I'm actually perplexed. Right, let me see the replay. Okay, so Mbabu's out of position. Upamecano comes across. Could someone explain where my left back is? I'm not going mental, am I? In what world can I actually deal with any of this? What has happened to our defence? What has happened to my AI defenders? It's not even me. Where was Johnny Otto? He literally wasn't even in the picture. Harry Maguire was marking the right guy, but Johnny Otto, where were you? I'm not even on attacking or anything. Anyway, we're coming forward again. Ziyech here into Samaseku, trying to work some space. Martinez with the shot. Saved by Butland. I don't want to shirk responsibilities, but it's not my fault. I don't understand what's happening. Ziyech there with a through ball through the centre to Martinez, who's open again, bursting through on goal, and it's saved by Butland. How on earth has Jack Butland saved that? Oh my life. I still can't believe the goals we've conceded. I genuinely couldn't have done anything about them as Embolo gets his head on that. Why did Patrizio watch that go past the post? Are there any brains in this team? What is going on today and last episode? Nah, legit. There must have been a patch between season 1 and season 2. That was a good interceptions from Ziyech. And now here's Jadon Sancho in space. Come on, Jadon. Saved by Butland. Blocked again. Oh my god. Ruben Neves. This is Johnny Otto. Well out of position again. The pass is onside to Diogo Jota. Edge of the area here is Ziyech. Great ball there to find Ziyech even. It was actually Martinez with the pass. And that's 2-2. Well worked. I need to change somebody's boots because I keep mixing up Ziyech and Martinez. And it's really annoying for you guys probably. It doesn't matter though. We've scored a second. It's 2-2 like we got against West Ham. We went behind twice. We've got back to level pegging again. Really nice ball from Martinez and Ziyech does well. This time we finally beat Jack Butland after 2 mega saves. I just feel like I'm having to work so hard to score goals. I'm really having to focus and get lots of brain power behind scoring. And then the AI just go up the other end and my defenders switch off and forget how to use their brains. And then we concede again. Through towards Neves again. Great ball actually from Samaseku. Good block there from the Stoke defender. Into Samaseku though. This now is Ruben Neves who will turn. Now into Hakim Ziyech. Martinez has made himself available. Good save there from Butland. Might fall to Martinez again, and it does. And it's 3-2. We've turned it around. This time Stoke's failure to get the ball away means Martinez has his brace. Oh my god, I'm working so hard. My commentary is probably awful because I'm having to concentrate so much. But Martinez, with his swinger of a foot, with his left, manages to find the back of the net. Oh my goodness me. But now, maybe we should go defensive in this game. Maybe that's the new meta. Maybe we'll actually see our defenders start defending if we go defensive. Been a lot more impressed with Upamecano today. Very good indeed, actually, as Deo Upamecano, the youngster. Bojan puts that out wide to Wallace. This now is Lucas Klosterman. Ball is a very, very deep one, and Babu will try and deal with that one. Doesn't. Patrizio, though, plucks it out of the air and will be calm with this one. Waste some time. Might as well. This is Martinez, and that is the end of the game. An extremely hard-fought victory at home against Stoke there. Slightly worrying how difficult we found that one. The man of the match was Joseph Martinez. No surprise, managed to grab himself a brace in that game. Ziyech obviously got himself a goal and an assist as well once again. Upamecano, a lot more solid in that game. Obviously shouldn't have judged him off one game against West Ham, and I didn't to an extent. I was always going to give him longer than that, but he was way more solid there against Stoke than he was against West Ham. Now, though, after just about scraping victory there in the league, it's time to turn our attention to European activity because we are making our debut on the European scene. We're going on a European tour, ladies and gentlemen, with Wolves, and this is the group we have been dealt in the Europa League. We face Italian side Torino, Scottish champions Celtic, and St. Gallen of Switzerland. We'll be facing the Swiss side in the first game in a moment. Torino will be tricky customers. They've got some very good players. I expect Celtic to be difficult as well. Now, we're going into our first Europa League game with a pretty changed side, to be honest with you. Patrizio, Maguire, and Upamecano remain out of our back five. Vinagre and Wan-Bissaka come in as fullbacks. Samaseku and Neves are remaining in central midfield, with Moutinho playing as an attacking mid. We've also got Helder Costa at right wing and Munir up front, and a lot of change on the bench as well, including some youth academy players. To be honest, I'm actually really excited. I hope we can actually go relatively far in this European campaign. The board are expecting us to reach the final. Will we do that? I don't know. We've got one of the best teams overall-wise, but to be honest, I don't really know whether we're exactly favourites for this competition. Very interested to see how people do, including Wan-Bissaka on his debut, and whether Munir can keep up that form. Hello, St. Gallen have got a very good position here. This is Tafer in space. He's got men with him, but Maguire does a very good job to block off the angle. Resultant corner here for the Swiss side. Goes to the edge of the area. It's blasted in. Well blocked by Samaseku. The second shot is put wide by Ben Khalifa. Vinagre, Samaseku on the turn, then finds Munir. Lovely scoop turn from him. Unleashes the strike and it clips the top of the bar. Great effort though from Munir. Did well to make the space, just a little bit too much power on the top, on the shot. We needed to be a little bit quicker in our build-up play over the course of this game. We've been a bit slow when we've reached sort of the final third, and it's just meaning that we can't really break down this pretty stubborn defence that St. Gallen have managed to pick up. Samaseku back in towards João Moutinho, who will go with a low strike just wide of the St. Gallen post. That could have been a goal and the first of the game. There was players flying in to try and block it. João Moutinho with a ball out wide here to Helder Costa, who's got quite a lot of space to run into here. As Helder Costa will try and cut back inside. This is João Moutinho with space and finds the back of the net. What a goal. I've realised it's Ruben Neves, for crying out loud, Niran. Get your shit together. It's 1-0. We don't care who the goal scorer is. As soon as I said in this game, you know, we need to be quicker with our build-up play, we've done that, and we've created two great chances, and one of them has led to a goal. Neves with the shot with the outside of his boot. Good block there on the pass from Upamecano, who's been very solid, actually, generally speaking, in this episode so far. Vinagre takes that one in his stride. That's over towards Munir. Now into João Moutinho. Unfortunately, his shot is blocked. It came off him last though, and it goes out for a goal kick. Samaseku puts that one out wide now to Helder Costa. He's got men in the middle. One of them is Munir. It's towards him, and it's into the back of the net for two. Right on the edge of half-time, Munir continues his goal-scoring form and grabs himself a third goal in 2 episodes, set up by Costa, hence the celebration with the right winger. And with a minute of the first half to go, the diving header from Munir to get ahead of the defender doubles our lead and gives us a little bit of comfort now. Samaseku, a little bit of space, decides to try and find Neves instead, who will cut back. Ruben Neves now falls to Munir, and that's a decent effort with pretty limited backlift. It's gone all the way through, actually, to Kakuta down the left-hand side. He's got pace to burn. Gets away from Vinagre, ball in, empty at the back stick, and Upamecano gets it clear. I don't know why I said empty. Open is what I was trying to say, but St. Gallen missing a gilt edge opportunity. What a save from Rui Patrizio. Oh, St. Gallen coming forward here. That's dangerous. Great effort from Tafer. Maguire needs to get that clear and does. Moutinho completes the clearance. Neves comes sliding in. Barnetta into Kakuta, and that is wide. Very decent effort there, though. And we were in dire straits just then, in real serious strife. And Maguire bails us out after the initial strike hits the woodwork. Collie there with the ball down the line. It's beaten Upamecano as well. Tafer with the ball into the back stick. Barnetta gets there, and Patrizio is able to get that one and grab it as well. Ben Khalifa for St. Gallen. Great challenge though there from Maguire. Not a great challenge the second time. This is Quintilla. Turns the defender and puts it wide. And there you have it. Our first game in Europe ends in a victory against Swiss opposition. A far from convincing second half. If anything, St. Gallen deserved a goal, actually, in the second 45 minutes. But 2 goals in the first half are enough from Neves and from Munir. Man of the match was Helder Costa, interestingly. 9.5 because he got both the assists. Didn't even realise that. 8.4 as well for Neves. 8.2 for the other goal scorer in Munir. Maguire, Upamecano, Vinagre and Wan-Bissaka were all pretty solid in that game, though St. Gallen did have their chances. Back to Premier League action now, and after a blood-raising game earlier on in this episode against Stoke, we now are at home again, this time against the Saints Southampton. For the first time of 2 in this episode, you'll see them again in the Carabao Cup after this fixture. Still Ruben Neves goes for the long shot, and it's deflected off Vestergaard, and that was causing the goalkeeper difficulties. I think it was probably going to cause him difficulties anyway. Chandler there goes past Johnny Otto far too easily. Someone needs to deal with that one, and Harry Maguire has. Johnny Otto hasn't won it in the air. This is Nathan Redmond. Good save from Patrizio at his near post. Ziyech has got Joseph Martinez ahead of him. Martinez is clean through on goal. He's going to cut back. Joseph Martinez, the shot though is blocked by Chilwell. Maybe the cutback wasn't the best option, but it looks as if it was being closed down in the end. As Ziyech swings it in towards Harry Maguire, who gets his head on it, cleared off the line though by Maya Yoshida. Renato Sanchez was right behind him as well, so that was a crucial clearance from the Japanese international. El Yunusi, that's through towards Abubakar. What a... Jesus Christ. How on earth has he hit that so hard? Rui Patrizio is going to have some very sore palms after turning that one wide. The turn, then into El Yunusi, flicked it up. Needs to be dealt with, and it's somehow fallen to Redmond. There you go. 1-0 to Southampton, and, I mean, I don't really know, again, what I can do about that. This was dealt with, you know, Maguire and Neves both block it, and then they get in each other's way and it falls to Redmond. I don't really know what else I can say about that goal. Boubacar now coming forward here for Southampton. He's got men to aim for in the middle. Should be blocked. Otto there. Oh my god, I'm done. I'm actually, I've had enough. I've actually had enough. I don't know if there has been a patch, as I mentioned earlier, between Season 1 and Season 2, but it has not been the same, and I'm fed up. Lamina... Once again, I don't particularly think I even need to add commentary. Adama to the edge of the area here for Ruben Neves. That's played through towards Joseph Martinez. Saved by McCarthy onto the bar. Ziyech, though, will get there, and that is converted for 2-1. Despite being cleared off the line, I can't really even get the ball, but I'll take it. I was spamming the shot with Ziyech, hence why it ended up only trickling into the back of the net. Can you imagine if he'd missed from there? But it's 2-1. I'll take the goal. Really nice ball from Neves actually to find Joseph Martinez. Southampton get lucky that Martinez didn't score in the first place as the save found its way onto the bar. Ball here into Boufal. First time to the back stick there for El Yunusi, and that is 3-1. That's game over probably again with only 20 minutes this game to go. I don't see us scoring 2 goals against this Southampton side. Once again, I mean, that was my fault. I brought Johnny Otto out of position, which is why Boufal, I think, had the space down the right-hand side. That's why he was able to get the ball in. It's obviously a pinpoint first time cross in, and Babu can't get there, fair enough, but I don't really blame any of the defenders there. It was my fault for dragging Otto out of position, but I'm not really sure how Patrizio has let that one in from there. I think some serious questions have got to be asked of Rui Patrizio at the moment. I gave him the benefit of the doubt by not bringing in another goalkeeper. Johnny Otto here down the line has found Adama Traore, who can use his pace once again to get away from Southampton defenders. He'll cut back. Play it towards the edge of the area. It might even fall actually for Jadon Sancho, and it does, and he finds the back of the net. Maybe we have another route back into this game once again. Again, luck involved in finding the right player. That wasn't who I was aiming for, but the pass found Sancho. Good control and a lovely little finish actually into the top corner. This has been an eventful one, but it's 3-2. We're back in it, boys. Let's make some substitutions as well. We're going to put Andreas Pereira on. Diogo Jota is also going to come on, which I don't really want, to be honest with you, but Sancho is too tired, and I think we'll have to make a centre-back change as well. Cody for Maguire, otherwise we're going to be ripped apart at centre-back. Here is Willy Bolly on the charge. Joseph Martinez into Andreas Pereira. Man over here is Diogo Jota. He's got a chance to equalise for us, but it's blocked so well by Jack Stevens. Jota just not quite taking it in his stride. Going to aim for the near post here with Willy Bolly. Joseph Martinez is in there as well. Cleared though by Yoshida, only as far as Johnny Otto. That is the end of the game. So close yet so far to an equaliser there right at the end. Southampton grabbed the 3 points. A very frustrating game in the goals that we conceded. I think all of them were very stoppable. They have it 3-2 loss. Adama Traore still somehow managed to pick up man of the match though. 8.6 rating for him. Sancho with an 8.2 as well, but a disappointing loss in the way we lost it again. You know, Rui Patrizio extremely poor. I'm not being funny, but we've gone from a manager rating of 94 to 68. We're below target because in the Premier League we're meant to be finishing in the... Well, I know that, but we're 7th. We're not even below. We're 7th. That would get you in the Europa League, obviously, providing there was no madnesses in the Cup. Now, just before this Cup game, I do realise there's going to be quite a few Youth Academy players playing here, and they're all wearing tuck shirts. None of them are customised. I did see a top comment, actually, was to start customising the Youth Academy players. I would do that before this game. However, I can't connect to the EA servers. Either the EA servers are down or my internet is down. I can't connect to them, therefore, to unlock the edit player thing. As you can see, it's still locked. But regardless, I can't actually edit the players right now, so I do apologise. I'm hoping, obviously, this won't be our last cup game of the season, even if we do go out. Time then now to try and exact some revenge as we face Southampton away from home this time at St Mary's Stadium, and of course this time in the Carabao Cup rather than in the league. It's kind of all changing the side. Max Jackson and Patrick Bennett are given a chance in the side again after impressing against MK Dons. We've got Kelvin Lawal as well as another Youth Academy graduate. Helder Costa, Andreas Pereira, Morgan Gibbs-White and Lloyd Kelly are all in, and it's Harry Maguire's job to try and shore up a very inexperienced defence here. So obviously this is the Carabao Cup. I don't have much of an affinity with this competition. Obviously, we won it last year, in fairness, and that brought some silverware back to Wolverhampton. That was brilliant. At the same time, with all the games we're playing this season in Europe and in the league, obviously, as well, which has been a tricky start for us, generally speaking, I am playing, obviously, a weakened side here. Don't know what Southampton are going to do. So far, it looks as if they're playing almost the exact same lineup, which hopefully means they'll be a bit fatigued, either at the start of the game or certainly towards the end of it, which might give us a bit more of a chance going forward. Now, here's El Yunusi. Patrick Bennett has done well there to win the ball back off him. He was solid against MK Dons, was that 62 rated right back from the Youth Academy, so hopefully he'll be just as solid today, though Southampton are coming forward here with Lamina. Great save there from Jackson, down low to turn that one past the post. That was a big opening as well, actually, for Southampton. They're going to go short with this one into Redmond. Now into Abubakar on the turn, straight into the grateful hands, though, of Max Jackson once again. Plays it out wide to Ruben Vinagre. Down the line here is Kelvin Lawal. Through the centre now is Andreas Pereira once again coming forward here for us. Still Andreas Pereira, that's now into Morgan Gibbs-White, who goes for the strike and finds the bottom corner. Expertly brilliant stuff there from Morgan Gibbs-White. Great goal from him, and we are 1 goal up. Trying to redeem ourselves after that league loss. Great work down the left-hand side. All came actually from Max Jackson rolling it out. Great work down the left-hand side. Then into Andreas Pereira. Gibbs-White with a good touch to get away from defenders and run into the space. And then fires it into the opposite corner past McCarthy in between the Southampton sticks. And we have grabbed ourselves a goal. Good. Nice. I like that. Into Lamina. This is Armstrong. Can't quite find his man. It's fallen to El Yunusi. How was that not offside? Well, what a save from Max Jackson. How? I have no idea how that was onside, but that is brilliant from the Youth Academy goalkeeper. He's doing bits, bless him. 3 technical saves, but 2 big saves in this game so far. Well done to the kid, liking that already. Vinagre then has completely missed the challenge on Redmond. Lloyd Kelly's going to have to do God's work here. He slowed him down, has Lloyd Kelly, but it's still through towards Armstrong. Maguire does well as well to cover the centre-backs, really sparing the blushes as Abubakar gets the ball after a really poor pass there. And again, Jackson is up to the task. He's had a wonderful game. Good challenge there from Maguire to come across. He's having to do Vinagre's job a bit too often here as Maguire, I feel. Redmond there, ball in, that's deflected. Oh, that's so cruel. How that's deflected perfectly towards El Yunusi. I know we scored a goal against them, I guess, like that in the league, but it's so cruel, especially given how good our youth goalkeeper has been in this game. He deserves to keep a clean sheet, and it all comes really because Maguire's having to do Vinagre's job on the left-hand side, and it's Vinagre's toe which deflects it perfectly into El Yunusi. Vinagre's a good player, but I don't think he's helping us in this game because he's too attack-minded. So I'm going to take him off. We're going to see Upamecano come on, and then we'll see Lloyd Kelly deployed as a left-back instead, which is his natural position. He's not a scapegoat, Vinagre. He's a good player, and he's not been horrendous in this game, but Southampton are so good down the wings that having a fullback as attacking as him is just literally implausible. I think that's why it didn't really work with Mbabu as well, because they're both very attack-minded fullbacks. Now into Renato Sanchez, Andreas Pereira, Munir. Around the corner here is Helder Costa in acres of space. It's Helder Costa, and he gives us the lead back 2-1 here to Wolves. The goal scored by Helder Costa. He pops up in that position so frequently. All his goals are the same. They're blasted across the goalkeeper from that sort of angle, from that sort of distance. I love him for that. Munir with the assist round the corner into Costa, and it's a great finish with his left foot to beat McCarthy. So often we've seen people like Diogo Jota have a shot blocked or saved by the goalkeeper in that position. That was the perfect strike, getting it past Vestergaard's flailing foot and also McCarthy as well. I think with energy low, it might be time to make a couple of changes. Renato Sanchez will be one. He's on a yellow anyway, so it'll be a good idea to take him off. We'll maybe see a replacement down the wing with Ethan Cook coming on, because Lawal's a youth academy player anyway, so we might as well just do like for like there. I don't want to have too many youth academy players on the pitch at this sort of point. Maguire then plays that one out wide here into Patrick Bennett. Southampton are going to start chucking everybody forward, and it's going to leave some holes, namely like down the right-hand side here for Helder Costa, who's got men to aim at in the middle. One of them is Munir. It's saved by McCarthy, but it's not strong enough. Munir scores again. He's scored more times than Martinez, hasn't he, now in this episode? It's 3-1. That should be game, set and match here against Southampton. Great work down the right-hand side. Patrick Bennett finding Helder Costa, who just 5 minutes after scoring our goal to put us in the lead, has now set up another in this episode. That's what? 1 goal and 3 assists, I believe, in this episode. He is a strong contender for player of the episode. And the opposite of strong, the hands behind that save from McCarthy should have done a lot better. It's a long way back now for the Saints. They need 2 goals in the remaining 10 minutes. We've got some fresh legs on the pitch as well in midfield. I don't think they've made any changes as well, so they're playing pretty much the same side that played just 3 days ago, and I think the fatigue may be kicking in with those 2 late goals there. And there we go. After Southampton beat us 3-2 in the league, we get our own back and knock them out of the competition that we are fighting to keep a hold of. 3-1 win here in the Carabao Cup. We won it last year, and we're continuing a decent run in this competition now as well. Very good performance. To be honest, that's left me with a bit of a selection headache. Our usual starting 11 is underperforming a little bit in the league, and the likes of Helder Costa and maybe even Max Jackson are pushing themselves to be, you know, they did very well in that game. Andreas Pereira, another one, 8.8. Munir got another goal, 9.4 for him. It was Helder Costa who got man of the match in the end. Obviously a goal and an assist for him in that game, though Munir got that as well. Andreas Pereira, as I mentioned, 8.8. Gibbs White got the goal scoring started. Good performances all round, but real head scratcher in terms of now what we do with the starting 11 going forward into the next episode. You let me know in the form of a vote in the top right of the screen. It sounds stupid, but does Max Jackson get ahead of Rui Patrizio? Patrizio was absolutely awful against Southampton in the league, was at fault for 2 of the goals. Max Jackson has a blinder against the same team in the Carabao Cup. Is it worth giving him a chance? Anyway, we're done for today's episode, and this is how the league is shaping up after it. We are currently P7. Once again, I think that's where we were actually last episode, so 7th place, pretty consistent. Only 1 point, obviously, though, off the Champions League places currently held by Everton. In the background, though, now you'll be able to see the Hall of Fame. And as always, this is where all the records and accolades are kept for this series. There's been plenty of stuff changing in terms of youngest goal scorers and youngest players recently as well. Interestingly enough, the record, I think, for youngest player was held by Patrick Bennett last time for a total of 45 minutes before Morgan Moore came off the bench and blasted that record himself. So, and now finally, in the top right of the screen, you'll be able to see the vote for player of the episode. Plenty of candidates after 3 wins in this one, but some very out there ones as well. I expect Munir and Helder Costa to be involved in the vote. That though is going to wrap up today's episode of FIFA 19 Wolves Career Mode. It's been a bit of an up and down one to an extent, but equally a very entertaining one. There's been lots of goals flying in left, right and centre. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video. I don't know what subscriber count we're on when this video goes live, but it's approaching 90k right now, and that is genuinely ridiculous, like mind-blowing. We're not even that far away from 100,000 subscribers. Fam, that's 100,000 people. Anyway, before I get too gassed, that's the end. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do as well. My Twitter and Insta are at @theofficialfng. Links are down below. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
I've been smoking and drinking. Say the weed and the voice got me thinking skeptical. Boy, you better know when I'm under the influence. If I say shit, then I meant it all. Had a flashback when I used to kick ball, and the coach told me I weren't technical. Man, I lost all the air in my lungs, and it's like man took a low blow to the testicles. Now you see the spare time, I invest it all to the music. Dug deep, now I'm seeing improvements. Spill force on the ink on the page, and it feels therapeutic. Yeah.